Okay.
What do you want to do next?
Ooh, hold on one second. So, okay. Hope you guys are doing well. It's 2 o'clock on Tuesday, August the 11th. And I am going to turn off ChatGPT here. Hold on. Let me just. There we go. Okay. So yeah, it's Tuesday, August the 11th, 2 o'clock. Hope you're doing well. My name is Ryan. I'm the founder of DIY AI. And I'm here to help you guys leverage AI to help you with your business or whatever it is that you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish. I'm doing the same thing myself. I'm not a programmer. I'm not a, high tech guy, other than I'm also the founder of an agency, digital marketing agency called Accelerate Marketing that's been around for about 2 decades. But, and I'm looking to do the same things that you guys are, is to leverage this new technology to get things done faster and more effectively, more efficiently. And it definitely can help you do that. One of the things I'm going to talk about today, and just so you know, here, if you have any questions, and I apologize for starting like a minute late today, but here's our website, DIYai.ai. That's our conversational AI agent that we established or set up about 2.5 years ago to solve the number one problem that I found that business owners were having, which is answering the phone, responding to message leads, etc. So that's where DIY AI came from. And if you have any questions, please post them below wherever it is that you're watching this video. This is meant to be a workshop, so it'd be great if you can join. You can also go to our school community at school.com/DIYAI. It's a free community. And you can also call us or text us at 561-861-3238. I'd love to, have any, get any questions that you have, answer all those questions. And you can post those questions below wherever you're watching this video. I'm going to take these down. What I'm going to talk about today is leveraging new tools that ChatGPT have made available. And I agree with a lot of specifically one of the influencers, I guess you'd call them, on YouTube that talks a lot about artificial intelligence, in that he says, and I got to get his name. He's a great, here, I'll actually go to YouTube and show you. I'm going to post, or I'm going to show you. I'm going to go to my history. And let's see, where to go. History, videos. Why is it not showing? Let's see. Where's my? Anyway, let me just show you my screen here. I'm going to show you in a second. Again, let me know if you got any questions. The main thing I wanted to talk about today is the use of voice on AI. ChatGPT made it so easy to use voice or to use ChatGPT, because now you can just talk to it, kind of like you're talking to Jarvis. And I agree with, one of the things that I've always said is since I started my digital marketing agency, since I founded it almost 20 years ago, was, even back then, it was really in conjunction. It happened about the same time as the iPhone being developed. And since the iPhone came out, ever since it came out, I really wanted to move away from the phone, from my laptop or my desktop, and do as much as I can on my phone. Because when I'm able to do that, I mean, it's amazing what I'm able to get done. Because, like this influencer says, I mean, I find myself using voice on my phone with ChatGPT. Claude does not have the same functionality. I don't know what Claude is, trying to do with voice, but it's not the same as the voice with ChatGPT, the voice functionality with ChatGPT. Give me a thumbs up if you agree with me. Let me know if any of you guys have used the functionality of voice on ChatGPT or on ChatGPT. And even just using the mobile version of ChatGPT is an amazing experience. I mean, you can share your phone screen on ChatGPT to show ChatGPT what it is that you're doing on your phone, not just on your desktop. I don't think people even are aware of these tools that are available to you, to us, because things are happening so fast. And I agree with, and I'm going to pull it up here in a second. Let me just pull up. Window. Let me show my phone. I mean, I would always use my phone if I could. I mean, honestly, like it's always with me. So why would I want to use my laptop if I can use my phone? Especially if, I mean, I'm going to talk about this a lot. I mean, I can see myself just talking about this functionality, because I do agree with with this particular influencer that this is the future of using AI. It really is. I mean, it's absolutely. I know it's the way that I'm using it right now, and it's really the first iteration of voice, and it's already super functional. The only thing that's not working right now for me, as much as I'd like for it to work, is the ability for the voice to be able to create a project that actually tracks what it is that we're doing or what we're working on. I found that sometimes it's not creating projects as easily as I'd want it to. So I'm sharing my phone right now because I want you to see. Let's see who this influencer is. Let's see. History. Okay. You can see all the, okay. So Alex Finn, this guy right here. I mean, I think he's great. I mean, I have to say, he really does a good job of communicating what is the latest and greatest with AI. He just created this video, which is every AI tool you need to be using in August 2026. A lot of these influencers are creating content that's that's really all about, like what are the most recent updates and that sort of thing. I mean, really, it's not about what the most recent updates are. I want to know like what to be using right now and why. Not every update is a good one. I want everything to be distilled down to, okay, I've tried all these things and these are the things that I would be using if I were you. And I agree with him because he spent so much time using these tools, and so have I. I've tried to set up Claude or OpenClaw back 5 months ago when it first launched. I bought the Mac Mini. I could very easily set up a local model, on my computer. I could do the same thing on a Mac Mini, because once you have a great harness or large language model like Claude Code or Codex to do your bidding, to basically do the dirty work, then doing all of these things is very easy. I found myself getting really stuck in the weeds with trying to set up OpenClaw and Hermes Agent and wasting a lot of time doing it. Thank God that these models now, these large language models, these frontier model companies like Anthropic and Codex and Grok, or ChatGPT and Grok are creating harnesses that are doing what we want them to do, which is to be able to create, to be able to have work done 24/7, and to spin up multiple agents at the same time, and to keep working on things without having to go and restart these agents. And now that's possible with Codex. I couldn't say that a month ago or a month and a half ago. The best, and I agree with this with Alex Finn on this, I have to give him credit, that the best agent for reasoning is still Fable 5. It's just the best, it's the smartest model. And the most economical one, and the one that can get coding done and just be your workhorse once you have a really good conversation with Claude Fable 5 in order to plan what to do next. That's when you set up ChatGPT or Codex, specifically 5.6 on Medium. I agree. You don't need to use advanced or anything else because it runs for too long. I agree with with Alex. It runs for too long, and it's not necessary. You burn more tokens, you spend more money, and the happy medium seems to be the medium level, not I'll show you in a second here on my phone. If you guys have any questions, please post them below the video. We do these videos, or I do these videos live as a workshop because I want people to, join. I'd like to have an open conversation about this. So let me go into my phone here so you can see what's going on. So, okay, so let me go. Okay, so ChatGPT, the app on the phone, these are two of the topics that I put as topics for today's workshop. Number one is the mobile app, which is what we've got here. In my opinion, the mobile app and the desktop app are the two most important features that you can use for AI. If you have those two apps, you're doing great because you can get by with just having Codex 5.6, ChatGPT 5.6 on medium mode. You don't really have to have Claude Fable 5 or access to it in order to do everything that you need to do. I'm just saying, if you want to have a PhD level person at your brain at your disposal, then Fable 5 is that for any topic out there. Really, I mean, it will help you plan and consult with you in a way that 5.6 Codex is not able to do. So these are the two that I use. I use I must use Claude Code, and I use ChatGPT. 90% of the time I'm using ChatGPT, 10% for reasoning and for like working out, identifying workflows and doing having a high level conversation and reasoning. That's where I use Fable 5. Everything else, I use ChatGPT 5.6 on Medium, and Fable 5 on Medium as well. You don't need to use advanced, again, that sort of thing, not necessary. So once you get into ChatGPT, Okay, that's cool. I didn't had to do that before because I haven't had to authenticate on my laptop. That's pretty cool. So okay, so there's a lot of safeguards as well, which I really like. Which you just saw. I mean, you on my Mac, before I use my iPhone on my Mac, it reads my fingerprint, which is great. Now, this is the button that I was talking about. And you'll notice that pretty much all of the features that are available on ChatGPT desktop are right here. And you can toggle between chat and work right inside of the app, just like on your phone, just like you can do on the app with Codex on your desktop. And here's what I was saying. You can use, it was set on light, but it needs to be set on medium. You really don't need to use high, extra high, max, or ultra. And speed can be standard. I don't find that I really need to use max. And the model that I use is Soul. That's what I use. Terra and Luna and 5.5. I use Soul. It's their top level model. Now, you can use dictation here, which is great, but this is not what I'm talking about. Okay, unfortunately, the only way that you can use voice mode on your phone is either in chat. Like, you can't use it in work yet. Okay, I'm sure it's coming. This is what I'm saying. Like this, I mean, the ability that you get now to be able to get things done while you're going for a walk. And I'm not recommending that you use the earbuds, but I mean, because I think that I don't think they're good for us. I think they're unhealthy for our brains. But I do think, and I even use, I'll show you. I mean, I put my phone on a tripod so I don't even have to hold it, because I just think that it's just not good, not healthy for us to be holding our phone with all of the 5G that's coming through it. So that's just me. But bottom line though is that you can put your phone on speaker mode and have a full conversation with or without the tripod that I'm talking to you about. And the reason why I like the tripod is because it's got rubber on it. So I feel like I'm grounded, or I'm not getting as many of the negative vibes from the phone by keeping at least a little bit of distance between myself and the phone, and also having my hand on the on the rubber as opposed to the actual phone itself. So anyway, I digress. Bottom line is, voice, it's a game changer, because you can now just have a full-on Jarvis type conversation. Jarvis being Iron Man's AI that was impossible to imagine that we'd be able to have something like that when the movie came out. Fast forward 3 or 4 years later, and everybody now has access to Jarvis, basically. I mean, really, I mean, it's really pretty fun. And this model, Soul, is probably going to be replaced with a better model in a month or less. So just imagine, the model is already good. It's already PhD level for any topic ever. And you have that at your disposal now, walking down the street to have a conversation with and to work things out with. Now, again, if I was going to work things out and have a reasoning model, I would use Fable 5 from Claude. That's just, you don't need to. It's just going to be a little bit better than 5.6. Once I reason things out with Fable 5, then I would get the shit done over here with ChatGPT. Okay. I said that a couple times. I hope I made that clear. So chat, now this is the thing I like as well, is you can see where you're at in terms of your horsepower. You can see I'm on medium. And this is the mode I'm talking about. This is the button, not the transcribe button where you want. It's kind of like using whisper flow. Okay, this button is like using whisper flow. You talk, and then it basically dictates what you're saying right here. This button's different. This is you having a conversation, like with ChatGPT. I don't know if you can hear me now. I don't know. Can you hear me, chat? Chat, can you hear me? No, he can't hear me. Unfortunately. Let me see. Yeah, he can't hear me. So, because my phone's the microphone's being used. Yeah, iPhone microphone is not available for Mac. Okay. So I can't show it to you right now, but it's an amazing experience because I mean, if I used my microphone with ChatGPT, then you wouldn't be able to hear me. But that's what I would encourage you to do is press this button and start having a conversation with ChatGPT. The other thing is use this remote. So the other way that you can use voice is, and here's that unlock feature again, which I like. Confirm. Okay, so it did pin this. Okay, so open the workshop approval center. Okay, so this is okay. I love this. So this is I just didn't get this in time. Okay, so it is able. ChatGPT is able to send me this is the one thing I was concerned about is whether or not it would really be able to create a project in order to communicate with me about what we've talked about. Now, what I was doing or what I'm having ChatGPT do, I've got an ongoing memory for him. I've told ChatGPT to put in its own memory to update a note on an Apple Note to keep that as a working document to identify or keep track of everything that we're working on a daily basis when I'm talking to him. So that there's a place that all of this information goes to, kind of like creating a summary of a meeting that you have on Zoom or whatever, because ultimately, sometimes when you have those meetings and you're just talking, nobody's transcribing or nobody's taking notes, and therefore things just go out the window. And so I want to prevent that by creating a note on an Apple Note that is available both on my phone and on my desktop for me to keep track of what we've talked about on any given day. So I have it creating that daily. That's a cron job. It's a regular chronological job that I have it doing, that I have ChatGPT doing. And the other way that I can keep track of what we're doing, if I want it to actually document what it is that we've talked about and codify it, then what we do, or what I tell it to do, is create a I create it. I create a folder, or I create a let me just see here. Let me try to stop that. I just have it create basically a workflow or a workplace where this is right here. So you can see, like, for example, earlier we were having a conversation about preparing for this call. I wanted ChatGPT to help prepare me for the call by creating a title, a description, and links in order to help me get the ball rolling for today's call. And I needed to be able to read that information that it created on my phone remotely. So I had it create this folder here that has all of it in here. So you can see this is Ryan Thompson's persistent remote mobile operating thread. Start by reading. You can see I loaded the operating files, shared task board, and latest journal handoffs. DIY workshop is live. Accelerate marketing package is ready, but unpublished and unsent. And then here's the approval center. So today, August 11th, status school announcement is already live. So I had it post to school, post the after I actually read the suggested topics for today that it gave, and I approved them, and I said, okay, just post the information to the school, to my school community, and and ChatGPT was able to do that. So and this is for tomorrow. So I have all of this. So what I'm trying to show you here is that no longer do you really need Telegram and all of these other interfaces in order to communicate with your large language model, your harness. This is one of the reasons why people really liked OpenClaw and Hermes Agent, is because you could communicate with your agent the way that you're used to communicating with your agent, which is like through Telegram or WhatsApp, etc. Well, now it's, the information can all be accessible, or is accessible, within the ChatGPT app. And I think a lot of this has come from, for example, ChatGPT's purchase of OpenClaw. A lot of the OpenClaw features are now showing up in ChatGPT. Okay. So I just think it's really, really cool to now, 3 months later, after ChatGPT purchased OpenClaw, see finally some of the fruition of their purchase happening, or some of the reasons why that ChatGPT purchased OpenClaw actually taking place, actually being implemented into their software, which is awesome, because it makes it so much easier to not have to cobble together a tool using Hermes Agent or anything else. It is nice to have everything in one place and not have to go back and forth between using Hermes and OpenClaw, and just use like one agent and one model, hopefully at some point. So I hope this makes sense. I mean, those are really the three topics. I mean, I wanted to show you the functionality of the app, which you're seeing here, and you're able to see the functionality of being now, by the way, this is connected to my Mac, my computer. Now I could be anywhere in the world. As long as my Mac is on, I can access every file on my computer from my phone. And I can have ChatGPT not only access any of those files and write or create any files, so it's got complete desktop access. I can also have ChatGPT log in or use my browser from my desktop, so it can log in to the tools that I'm logged into on my laptop if I give it permission to do so. So you can, these are two functionalities that I think that people are not even aware of, that you can remote into your Mac and have full access to all of your folders to your desktop. And you can also have full access to the Chrome browser or internet access through your laptop as well, which then gives you access to every other subscription that you have. So I hope this makes sense. Yeah, let me know what questions you have. And yeah, that's really what I wanted to talk about today. you can join us. I'm going to stop the sharing here. Every Tuesday at this same time, 2:00. You can go to our website at diyai.ai. You can visit our school community, skool.com/DIY-AI. You can call us or text us at 561-861-3238. And let us know what questions you have. I appreciate you guys joining today, and we'll see you next week. All right, bye-bye.